short hiatus, due to everything going on. We took a little break, but we back. J Mac and Jazz on the podcast, and we got a lot to talk about today, J Mac.
What are we going to talk about today? Where are we going to start?
I think we should keep it in Houston with one of the hottest artists out of Houston right now, Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
So I walked in today. J Mac said we got to talk about this. What's going on? So Megan put this video on her Instagram a couple hours ago last night, saying she's dropping a new song tonight at midnight, and this is the little clip. And it's called Girls in the Hood, right?
Ooh.
Okay, so in the video, Megan is twerking,
whatever. Hold on. Let's enjoy this.
I'm not.
Come
on, this is not.
Just because you can't do this.
J Mac watches.
Go.
When I'm not around.
Go.
Now that J Mac's done looking at Megan's booty, the real juice going on. So the song is called Girls in the Hood. So it's all trending on Twitter today. One of Eazy E's daughters, I guess she ended up, hearing a sample of the song, which samples Eazy E's song from the album NWA and the Posse from 1987. So
now, how do you know that?
Come on, look at my shirt, J Mac. I'm a real one.
Okay. Your stepdad was an NWA fan. Okay.
So this song is, Eazy E's Daughter. This is the video that she made in the car about how she feels about Megan doing the remake.
I get bothered, but I'm not bothered by these dope-ass artists that's making these dope-ass pieces of merch or these dope-ass musicians that's making these dope-ass songs. As long as y'all paying homage to my father, I fuck with it 100%, right? What I'm bothered by is the people in the background that press the okay button and say, go ahead and drop it. We co-sign. We write off on it. Because he got kids that y'all won't write shit off for. We've been trying forever. Y'all know how many times that people come to me and be like, remake one of your dad's songs. You dope as fuck. You got to do that. Remake Fuck the Police. You've been going hard when it come down to Black Lives Matter. We need that. The streets need that, and I can't. I got siblings that be wanting to do so much stuff in the likeness of my father, but we can't. Unless we want to get some papers thrown on our table. Cease and desist. That shit crazy. Somebody tell me how we stop that. Because we want our daddy legacy. We do. I'm slick bothered.
Okay. J Mac, the man of reason. What you got to say about this?
Well, she's entitled to feel any way she wants to feel.
Of course.
But Megan has probably paid the right people to use the song.
Right.
She's with Rockefeller now as far as management. And I'm sure they took care of all the necessary fees.
I agree with you. I feel like they probably did take care of everything like that. And I don't think she's mad at Megan or even directing it to Megan, but just trying to understand how can she get it in. That's her daddy and she can't use any of his songs. Like, come on, that don't make sense.
Right.
It's her daddy, though. It doesn't matter how much money, how much clearance. Like, it's her daddy.
I mean, but that's not Megan's problem.
No, it's not Megan's problem. It's not Megan's problem. But as the seed of him and he's not here anymore, she's carrying on his legacy. If she don't like it.
Unfortunately, she would have to find the people who own the music and see if they can come to some sort of agreement. But I'm not mad at Megan. I can't wait till the song come out. I'm ready to jam to it.
Girls in the Hood. He gonna be jamming Girls in the Hood too.
Actually, yeah, because Megan goes hard.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if Megan says anything. I feel like Megan is understanding too, and Megan is real. So if she saw that video or whatever, I feel like we're gonna get a real, whatever from Megan. I feel like she'll give a real response. She'll be understanding about the whole thing.
And since we're talking about music, and I know we had a lot of stuff that we won't go straight into, you know what? One of my albums is out right now.
What?
I love the City Girls.
Oh, he loved the City Girls. Like, go ahead, J Mac. Tell him all about the album. What's the name of the album?
I can't think of the name right now.
Look it up. Call Fairweather fan, ladies and gentlemen.
Why you looking
What's wrong with you? Well, okay, J Mac, did you listen to the album?
Oh, I listened to the album. See, the reason I listened to the album because I want to know about the type of woman you are.
Okay, what?
Okay, now you're not really hood. You're not really that type.
I'm not a true city girl, to be honest.
No,
you're not.
not
a true city girl.
You really
I will rep hot girl-ish, but I'm not really a city girl. I'm not. I've never really scammed or nothing like that before.
Man, if you want to know the scamming life, if you want to know how that P work, if you want to know the glamorous life, well, you definitely need to listen to this album.
And it's called City on Lock. FYI, J Mac. City on Lock. Yo Gotti's on the album. Doja Cat's on it. Lil Durk, Lil Baby. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a listen though. I saw how upset the City Girls though were on the internet. That's the first thing I honestly saw because the album came out early, y'all. It leaked, and so I think it was JT. She was like crying. She was, you know, that sucks. You work hard on something and everybody just take it away from you before it's ready. So yeah.
And what else are you listening to? I heard all the ladies talking about the Tiana Taylor album.
Yes, Tiana Taylor's album came out and it's called The Album, which is cool because Tiana Taylor struggled for a while with good music and stuff, trying to get her music out. So the last project she released was only like 7 songs. And so this one, I guess, finally was all the things she had been wanting to put out. The album is like maybe 23 songs an hour, which is pretty long for music nowadays. She's got Erykah Badu on it, Lauryn Hill, Kehlani, Missy Elliott, Future. She's got her husband on it, her baby Junie. The intro to the album actually starts when she gave birth on the floor to Junie, and her husband was in the 911 call.
And speaking of that, did you hear her talk about Erykah Badu is going to deliver her child?
Yes, her second baby. And I also saw a lot of people bringing up the fact that Tiana Taylor, too, on the album, she uses a lot of samples. But what I will say is everybody's doing that in the industry. Megan's doing it. Saweetie's doing it. Tiana's doing it. And as long as you freak it, I think it's okay.
Okay, you got that album and you got Kehlani's album. Which album is better?
Dang, I think I'm a bigger Kehlani fan, but I think for Tiana Taylor, this one is a bigger moment because this is the album she's been waiting to release. I think the whole project itself, like the body of work, is better. Yeah, I'll go with Tiana on that one. But I love Kehlani.
Okay. Anything else you feeling?
What else is out right now? Lil Baby, of course, anything Lil Baby touches, everybody loves it. Lil Baby and NBA Youngboy are the 2 top guys that every dude I ask, that's who they're rocking with.
Oh, you rock with them thugs.
They're young. I think that's what the young, like all the young boys, that's what they're into right now. NBA Youngboy, him too. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, back to the program. Now let's go back to Texas because we got a lot to talk about, J-Mac.
Oh, in our city. Oh, my God.
Our city and our state, man. We out here wilding, literally. So today, the governor, as y'all know, Texas, we were one of the first places to open up. So now the governor said, Greg Abbott said he's going to pause the reopening plan. And he's also pausing elective surgeries because the hospitals in H-Town are full.
Now, everybody is mandated to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And you go out a lot. Do you see people following the rules?
Honestly, I do. And, I went to H-E-B, and, before you walk in, you have to get a mask. They give you a mask every single place. I even ran in a gas station one day, and they were like, you got to have your mask on. So I've seen in the last, I think the mandate went in order June 22nd. This time around, I think people are taking it more serious because literally our hospitals are full. All of our hospitals are so full, they're putting adults in Texas Children's Hospital now.
I think some of the people are taking it serious, but for the most part, we're not. Still. I mean, it's still some places that I've been or I have seen online that are full to capacity with no one having a mask on, and it's ridiculous.
A restaurant or a business?
Restaurants, clubs. We don't do no snitching on our program.
We ain't doing snitching on this. This is not the Tekashi program, but I will say.
Oh, speaking of Tekashi, we forgot him.
Tekashi and Nicki Minaj, y'all. We got to backtrack. We're going to get back to Texas, but first let's go back to the music. Tekashi and Nicki Minaj came out with a new song together, Goomba. And I'm sorry, not Goomba. That was the first one he came out with. My bad.
What?
Trolls. And they hit number 1, the number 1 song in the world. And I mean, J-Mac, I wasn't surprised because Tekashi and Nicki have as far as fan bases on the internet and stan groups, the barbs go hard. Tekashi's fans, whether he's doing something stupid or not, they just go hard for these artists.
So many people had said that he wouldn't get a number 1. Yep. I saw so many valid DJs were like, he's not going to do it.
Because you know what, J-Mac? Because he doesn't play on the radio. He doesn't. Some people, you could probably go ask your average DJ right now if they ever played the Tekashi Nicki song. It's no.
I got to say this.
Especially not in the clubs or anywhere, so it's just streams.
When you have a strong fan base, they will take care of you. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter what I think, what you think, what he thinks. The fans love him, and they love Nicki. And, Nicki is getting a lot of hate these days.
She is. And I feel like sometimes Nicki gets all that hate because she just wanted to get credit for the greatness that she brought to the rap game. And Nicki does deserve that because she did reign for 10 years as the only female by herself. All the city girl stuff, this is how you work the P, all that stuff. Nicki been talking about that for 10 years. So I understand her frustrations.
She did. But a lot of people feel like when you reach a certain level in life,
you
don't pull them up. You got to help them. And sometimes I think people think that, she doesn't go back and pull people up. So that's why they hate her. Not saying that is a correct
but she has recently
reason to
Hot Girl
hate her
Summer
for.
with Megan. I feel like that was the first time we really saw her step up with another female since her beef with Cardi B. Was when she did the song with Megan, Hot Girl Summer. Then she got her first #1 with Say So remix with Doja Cat. So I think she's understanding now what she got to do. But I feel like people already kind of like I don't know. Like her and Tekashi, I think they troll so hard because they just want people to understand them. I feel like they're two misunderstood people that understand each other the best.
Okay.
And they doing it.
Now, can we go back to Texas?
Okay, back to Texas. Sorry, y'all. It's wild here in Texas. People don't want to wear masks. We on lockdown here. So, look, now he says we're pausing the reopenings and stuff, but I haven't seen any actual plans, J-Mac.
Me either.
You have clubs opening every night. I see it. The clubs in Houston are going up.
So how do you feel about the leadership in Texas?
Terrible. Terrible. A lot of leadership in this world is terrible. Whew. Not Texas, the United States, and then some other places I can't say. But leadership, man. Woo.
But I always say this is why we have to vote. We have to get the young people to vote.
It's true.
And not only do you have to vote for the president, you have to vote local.
Yep.
Because a lot of these people, we vote them in. And if you're not educated on what to vote for, you might vote dummies in. I always say this. I think most politicians cheat. But you got to get the ones that are going to cheat for your ideals.
Cheat the least.
For you. Have your agenda.
Yeah, because it ain't looking good right now. But I really do think that the state that we're in and in the world and the whole country, something's got to be different from here on out.
Okay, we came back to Texas. Now where are we going?
All right, so we came back to Texas. We'll have to see if I know. One of my friends told me he lives in another part of Texas. They have a curfew starting tonight, so I don't know if it's just not. We never had a curfew in place though, did we? Even when we were under lockdown, I don't believe we had a curfew.
I don't know about the curfew.
So I'm interested to see what exactly this pause really means. Besides the elective surgeries, that took me out. J-Mac said no butt jobs, no boob jobs, no lip injections. All that stuff got away right now. But seriously, the hospital.
So you good? You all right?
I feel good. I feel great. Okay.
You don't want to get a butt job?
I don't need that. That's never what I need. Okay, now let's move on to something else that I'm so excited I saw, J-Mac. So Disney, you know, I'm a family-friendly girl. Love the kids. Go to Disney. I used to go to Disney like once a year as a kid. So Splash Mountain, which is one of the most popular rides at Disney World. It's like a water splash ride. And, you know, it just goes straight down, whatever.
Sounds dumb.
It's not dumb. It's one of the best rides, okay? But they're completely reimagining it because they said that the theme of it is actually based on something racist, like everything else in the world. So there was a film in 1946, and it was called Song of the South. And the log ride was basically based on that. I saw it was like a black man, and it basically, you know, it has a racist plot to it. So they decided they're going to get rid of that whole theme of the ride, and it's going to be Princess and the Frog, like a Tiana, New Orleans style themes, like a swamp, alligator. So I definitely, personally, I love that. I think it's a good choice. And I mean, stuff like that, I think it's little things like that just show the bigger picture. I even heard they might get rid of their whole like frontier portion of Disney World or Disneyland that's like kind of like hillbillies and stuff and replace it with something else just to put out a better message, especially to kids at a young age.
Wow. So speaking of that, do you think the cities have a right to take down these statues?
Yes, I do. Because it doesn't make sense, and it continues this narrative that shouldn't go on. Like when I grew up in New Orleans, we had streets like Robert E. Lee, all these statues of all these people that I learned about in school. I'm like, weren't they fighting for the Confederate team? All this stuff, and you know why? So why is it there? Why is that still the street? Why is it still up? I saw in Houston Friday. First, they were throwing tomatoes at a Christopher Columbus statue, and then they took it down in Houston.
So every school, every place that are named after all these racist places.
Fix it. Jesus.
Fix it.
Fix
so we got to do it all.
Change it.
So
redo everything. It's never too late to learn more and become better. That's how I feel. Like we don't have to go out like this. It doesn't always have to be the same. You could change and do things better.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. Take all them statues down.
Take them all down.
Mm-hmm.
And what should they do with them when they take them down?
Well, I saw they threw it in the lake somewhere. You know, just do whatever with it. It doesn't even matter. Who cares about those people that did horrible things? Like their legacies were not.
You know, some people are gonna say that, hey, might not want to throw them in the lake, but you might want to keep them. You know.
For what?
Because you got to remember, sometimes if you don't let people know what their history are.
Okay, then put them in a museum of misery.
Ha!
Put them all there, and you can learn about all the good and horrible things that they did.
Okay,
That's fair.
Okay, speaking of that, what about Aunt Jemima? Did you see that?
Oh, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I went to HEB the other day. They have no Aunt Jemima left. So did they wipe it off the shelves already?
I don't know. So how do you feel? Because the family feels a certain way. They feel like, hey, this woman was a working actor and it's going to erase her legacy or whatever.
But it does continue the mammy stereotype, J-Mac. And to be honest with you, I never even knew about the mammy stereotype till I got to freaking college. And I took a class at UT in Austin, which was 8% black only. And I took a class called Black Women in America. And it was 15 girls in that class. And that's when I learned about it. And if I didn't take that class... And I saw a lot of people were tripping out because the whole Aunt Jemima thing came up because the girl made it on TikTok. And people were like, what? The mammy? We had no clue. That's what it's about? And it's like, people really don't know. People have no clue the history behind stuff. Uncle Ben's too.
Now that you know the history, what do you think they should do? You think they should strip her name off of that?
I would say yes, but if the family feels away, I just don't see why. Because they want her to be remembered as a hardworking woman? Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the whole details of the story, but, that feels like, she was hardworking. She got paid to do that. That's messing with her legacy also. They are afraid that she might be forgotten.
So do you think that if the stereotype was valid at a certain time, it should still be represented today?
I mean, I don't, but that's what the family wish. And I'm asking you. And now I go to my other point. Have you tasted Aunt Jemima's syrup before?
I have it right now in my house, and I didn't want to open. The last bottle because I was like, this might be very rare and valuable.
So if you got it at your house, if they put another face, would you buy it?
Why not? Sure.
Really?
I'd go for taste, honestly. Like, what is it? Low fat? Oh, it's got low sugar carbs.
So they can put anybody on it.
The face don't really matter.
And you would still buy it.
Yes, and I feel like we're also in a new, or hopefully not new, but a craze of buying things that just look like healthy and clean and like whatever. Like, I don't look at the picture too much on something.
I don't think you would buy it because I think they have conditioned us to buy those.
Aunt Jemima?
Yeah, because
every time?
Yeah, I think we're conditioned to see that and think, oh, this is going to be great. I think if they put somebody else...
Is there another way that you could revamp Aunt Jemima, how she looks, that you would, then it would be okay?
Nah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm in a hard fix with this. I see you looking at her.
And Aunt Jemima, this mix was debuted in 1889.
That's when you were born, right?
Aunt Jemima been around town, just FYI. I think they should just, I don't know. I think they should just change that one, though.
Okay. All right.
They said the real story behind it, she was really a woman that was born enslaved in Kentucky and everything, so... I don't know. It is one of the most recognized brands in the U.S. as well.
Okay. We can move on. I just wanted to know. And you still drinking that? Still putting it on your pancakes, Aunt Jemima.
I mean, no, I don't. I told you I couldn't find it in the store.
Still abusing her.
I honestly couldn't find it in the store. But that's the thing. If her family feels away, then who are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with the family. Let them be happy. Let them have their peace.
But you're not going with the family on the Eazy E Megan situation. And from the very beginning of this conversation, you're not going with the family there?
Because I know Megan.
Oh, okay, but that's not, all right.
That's how life is. You usually go with the people you know.
But what's right is right.
Yeah. Sometimes.
And finally, what album are you talking about today, J-Mac? Came out in 1996. I say Jay-Z's best, Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, yeah, one of the best.
What do you think is his number one album then?
I like Reasonable Doubt. I like Blueprint 2. And Blueprint 2.
Not the Black Album?
I like the Black Album.
Okay.
So he got like 3 great albums to me. Reasonable Doubt, the Black Album, Blueprint 2. He got great albums.
Great albums, and we got a bunch of great music coming out tonight. Black is also releasing an EP, and then the Megan song's coming out, some other stuff. So we will tap in for our next episode. But thank you again for watching Mac and Jazz on that, the podcast, and subscribe. Do everything. Play us. We love y'all. Thank you. Bye, y'all.